Hey, good morning, everybody. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. This broadcast is for educational and demonstration purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. Good morning. Hope everybody had a nice evening. Man, I've been watching gold pre-market, and gold has been on fire on my computer. The 30 range, 50,000 one-day pass won again. Paramrup, I hope you got that one. She was going to trade that this morning. Everybody's times might be a little different. So the one-day pass, let's take a quick look at the leaderboard and see what's going on Forex Factory. I let these strategies run starting at 6 p.m. yesterday. And they've been running overnight. And my leaderboard through the London Open and right to the New York Stock Exchange Open, I'm showing the one-day pass on the 30 range did get a winner. I have a gold bot on a 2-unit Renko that's been crushing it. My Haymaker's doing very well. This is a 30 range ES. My 8U Steven Drone, my Haymaker bot, is doing well. This is an ES 30 range, ES 8-unit Renko. So NQES, the 30 range on the NQ is doing very well this morning. And the ES 8-unit Renko 30 range, keep an eye on those. And gold, we're going to watch gold today. I think with the new administration just taking over, gold is always a safe haven in these, in these transitionary between one administration to the next. There's a little bit of uncertainty. I tell you, I don't think I'm going to waste much time. I think I'm going to jump on a gold. On my trade copier, what I do is I take the top strategies and I make a tab. The ES8U is in a monster position. I was taking a look at that pre-market. My ES8U is in a trade that's up $960. You see that on the top left. It looks like price is just breaking above the VWAP. Yesterday there was a big announcement about a $500 billion investment in AI infrastructure. And it kind of set things, ignited a spark, ignited a fire. Good morning, Paramruk, Mukhtar, Kenneth, Dr. Hansen, Brent, Marcy, Rao, Edward, Jorge, good morning. Okay, gold has really got my eye, I'll tell you. I love the way it's moving. What I'm going to do is, on gold, I'm going to go to the drone. Oh, the bot is still trading. Okay, good. So the gold bot is running on a 2-unit Renko. And what we do is we let these strategies run pre-market right through the London Open to the New York Stock Exchange Open, and we get a leaderboard. And on our leaderboard, it's showing us the strategies that are performing the best in the current trading environment. It's always a good idea to pick those for your live or funded accounts. I do have strategies that are losing, if I scroll down to the bottom, which is normal. Nothing to be concerned about. They're not all going to win every day. It's just important that you don't choose these right now. You wouldn't want to trade a strategy that's losing. Now, if it creeps up to the top of my leaderboard or makes its way up, then we'll consider it. So these are the ones that I'm focused on today, only because they're doing the best. There's no secret formula to it. I've been watching gold just crush it all morning long. This is a 2 Unarenko. And it got into these big moves down around 8:15 this morning. It's up a couple $1,000, and now it's retracing and in a long position. They are live trades, Larry. I'm just trading them in a sim account right now. Good morning, Doctor. These are live trades in each one of our bots and drones. When you place your order, if you have the workspace, we have a special tool that creates a unique sim account for each one of the bots and drones. So they all run in their separate sim account. So these are what you see now are each one of the bots and drones trading in their own separate sim account. And what I do to copy the trades to my live or funded account is I look at my leaderboard of the sim accounts and I'll copy it. For example, this sim gold bot, I'll make it my leader account and I'll copy it across my prop accounts. Or if I had a live account, if I was trading that today, I would put on my live account. And those would be my followers. So this is a trade copier. My leader account is the one that's on top of my leaderboard, the gold bot, and I'm copying it across 4 or 5 different prop accounts. So these are live trades on a live market. This is on a trailing stop. And with these big swings up and down, we have the potential to get into really a monster. Here's our smart velocity stop. This is another strategy that we're going to keep an eye on. It's down 1760 pre-market. But historically, once the market opens, it does really well. So let's just keep an eye on that one as well. It's not on top of our leaderboard. The haymaker is. My goal is $500, Larry. I want to get 500. I want to copy it into 3 or 4 different accounts. That's my goal. Now on my PA accounts, I do have a strategy that runs on the micro ES that's been doing really well. I like to look at the what have you done for me lately. What I mean by what have you done for me lately is I look at a trade performance. Since you have a separate SIM account for each one of these bots and drones, it gives you the ability to look at this week's results. I do it very short term on the what have you done for me latelys. The 20th, of course, was Martin Luther King Day, so we don't have any data. So in a very limited amount of data, I can click my filter and I can see how each one of my bots and drones has performed so far this week. These are all ES30 range strategies. It says 5M, but it's a 30 range, I assure you. So on my what have you done for me lately is what I wanted to check out was the MES. The MES yesterday was up $185 trading 2 micros, which is incredible. That's great. I can always scale that up and trade 4 micros or even a mini. Look at this gold market go, will you? I've been dying for this live stream to start so I can enable it. I've been meaning to enable this all morning. I don't want to really take trades unless we're live because I want you to be able to see it. Our velocity is having trouble getting through that area of resistance. Our profit target's in a bad position. I always like in these circumstances to drag this down right below resistance, but I'm going to do everything hands-free and just let the system take the trades. Okay, bam. In our profit window. Got the 500. So that's 2 full winners in a row on the velocity. And this is a strategy. Once it really finds that ebb and flow of the market, it can really run up the score. It's our single session record holder. $6,000 trading 1 contract. Judy, the leaderboard is a look back of this current session. It's a very short look back. Very short. Then what I do to get a little bit more of a historical look at the performance is then I look at this and I do maybe a 3 to 5 day look back on my trade performance. But the leaderboard itself is just the current session that's running. It starts at 6 p.m. from last night to right now. Right now I do have this gold bot enabled for my trade copier. I'm going to try to get into a trade on gold today just because of the volatility. And I'm still looking for another one just to have a little bit of a diversification. I don't want to put all my eggs in that gold basket. The Mack truck. I love the 20 Unorenko. The Mack truck is about to score. And if we get a big trending market to the upside, yeah, Larry, I always make myself available to our members, and Charles does some training every Wednesday in Discord. Today at 12 noon. Highly recommend joining Charles. And depending on your risk tolerance, your account size, we're not trade advisors, it's important to know. But I would be happy to share with you, my personal strategy with the understanding that I'm not a licensed financial advisor, I'm just somebody that's familiar with our trading systems. Mack truck. Here comes the Mack truck. That 20U coming up my leaderboard. Some really nice volume this morning. Just going to let things settle down and take a quick look at the Forex Factory. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd. CB leading index is a yellow folder at 10. Looks pretty all clear for today. You never know what President Trump might come back on and make another announcement that'll be a market mover. Here we go on gold. Now I got a shot at getting in. Gold is up 32.50. It's at the top of my leaderboard, and I do have that one enabled. So I've got it across four evaluation accounts. I'm looking for $500 as my profit goal. Steven is coming up too. Steven's up 12.55, and it's in about a $500 winner now. Here we go with gold. Let's see if we can get this short move. I'm going to take my profit target and I'm going to move it right here. Come on down, gold. Come on down. Push on down. Come on down. Come on down. Took some profits on a few of the accounts, and we'll let it run on another one. Here we go. Beautiful gold trade. Bam. It looks like it hit my P&L target for the session at $4,000. So we're going to reset that account because it's on fire. It's on fire. I took profits on the trade like a big chicken, but I got 320 or 300 across 4 accounts, and I'm going to reset that strategy because gold is just moving so nicely today. But our leaderboard now is starting to come to life. Here we go. Steven's up $2,000. Haymaker drone. The ES8U. Michael Higgins. Thank you. That ES8U is no joke, let me tell you. Let me reset this gold strategy. I just love the way gold's trading today. We're going to reset it. See if we can let the good times roll. Okay, so let's go to Steven on our Nasdaq. Let me see if I have an 8U chart opened. I think I told myself I'm not trading 8U Norenko, but let's do it. Let's take a look at Steven. One of our members His name is at the tip of my tongue. Really sorry. I'll think of it. But he put together, very meticulously, put together chart templates for each one of our strategies where the cross indicator matches the conditions in the strategy. So the crosses that come up are in line, are in perfect alignment with your strategy. NQ8U, Stephen. Might need to restart it. Yeah, I do. Let me restart Stephen. We already maxed out on our profits on Stephen. So I'm going to restart Stephen right now. If you hit your profit limit and you want to keep trading, or you hit your loss limit and you want the strategy to keep trading, all you have to do is just disable and re-enable the strategy. So I'm going to disable the drone and re-enable it. So that Stephen should start trading again. Hey, good morning, Al. Yeah, that'd be nice, Larry. I'm a very easy person to find. Just call the office phone. I'm always around. For some reason, I can't type in the chat, but our our office number is on our website. It's 786-732-4656. Please give me a call. Stephen, back in. It depends, Paramrup, what your profit. No, not necessarily. If it didn't hit your daily profit goal or daily loss limit, it will continue to trade within the trading hours that are specified in the strategy parameters. Did yours take a trade? Man, gold is at 4,000. We could be looking at a record-setting day here with gold. Stevens at 2155. And let me tell you something, this 8 Unirenko, if it goes to that profit target, I'm only sorry I can't get into that trade now, but it's broken above the VWAP. And the dark green color in the background color of my chart is saying we have a multi-time frame alignment, a trend, meaning that institutional money is sending the price of the E-mini, the S&P, higher and higher. They're pouring money into it. They're buying it. Haymaker's back in. Let's take a look at the Haymaker. That's one of my favorite strategies. I love the 30 range Haymaker. I love when it takes those entries nice and tight to the 50. Look at this entry right here. Just absolutely perfect. You have a green 50. Your 15 is above your 50. You got the retracement back down into support and continuation up and it just gets in at the nice and tight to that 50. Man, those are just beautiful entries. That's that 30 range haymaker. Doing very well today. For the haymaker, this is an 8-unit Renko. Let's go back to Stephen on this chart. Row's up 2,200 on gold. Yeah, I was watching it pre-market, and I couldn't wait to get it enabled. Good morning, Jorge. New York City. Let me take a quick look at the stock market. Oh, I was so happy with my NVIDIA position. I saw Oracle, those 3 companies that are doing that AI project. I know Oracle was one of them. Okay, we're long again on Steven. Let's see if we can break through resistance. We break through, this thing is going to the moon. NVIDIA's at 146. 146.50. See what Oracle's doing today. Here we go. We break through this resistance. We got some running room. Good gold popping up. Boy, gold is just on fire, ain't it? There we go. It broke through. Coming back. This gold bot, Sim Gold bot, is the 2-unit Renko gold strategy. 2-unit Renko on gold. Here we go. Steven is launching up to the moon here. Thank you. Thank you, Jorge. That's right. The three tech firms, the 3 tech firms that are doing the AI, it's called Stargate, was announced yesterday. Is OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle. Largest AI infrastructure project in history. Tremendous amount of money. $500 billion. Stargate. Expected to create 100,000 U.S. jobs. Physical and virtual infrastructure to power the next generation of AI, including data centers around the country. A 1 million square foot data project is already under construction in Texas. Here comes another Stephen entry. Here we go. I saw that one coming. I tell you, I might just go ahead and take a trade on Stephen. I said I'd never do it again, but here I am, seriously considering it. I know Mark loves those 8Us. Stephen loves those 8Us. This is the kind of market that 20U likes. Also, this 8U signal C, those retracements back to support and continuations up into the trend. It pops in, and it gets 40, 50 ticks at a clip. Look at this ES trade on the E8U. Oh my goodness. I hate being on the sideline watching that one. Now, Mr. Higgins, who is a veteran, U.S. military vet, also was the author of the AI User's Guide. Man, that thing should be a bestseller. Anyway, he loaded that NQ8U scalper on the E-mini. And found himself a really beautiful strategy that he shared with our community. And that ES8U scalper. I think Paramrup, I think you're trading that one too today, if I remember correctly. I know when I was talking with Paramrup yesterday, she's a fairly new member. She was going to trade the NQ30 range one day pass because it's been red hot. And we also left one of her Apex accounts on the ES8U. And I'm just over here hoping that you're in that trade. Is there training on how to use our system? There is, CV. There is. You know, if you didn't see Well, let me just answer your question with a little more context. In our Discord chat, we have a user guide. And if I open this user guide, it would really blow your mind. I mean, it goes through and it's all indexed exactly how to trade this AI auto trader in writing, in a manual form. We also have a number of tutorial videos in this training video section. Every Wednesday, Charles does a live training. That's great if you just came aboard, or even if you've been trading the AI, you can always pick up some new information there. And yet you have the active members of our community's attention, and you have our staff's attention for a live Q&A. And that's every Wednesday at 12 noon. Charles does it in Discord in the talk channel. So you're in on the scalper, Paramrup. That's been there, SLR. That's been there for what, about 2 weeks now? 3 weeks? I want to say 2.5 weeks. All right, Paramrup. You go, girl. Paramrup is brand new to trading, brand new. Just like Marcy. She came in brand new with that same desire to succeed. She caught this 8U. I hope it goes all the way for you. Okay, gold's starting to move again, I see. I was waiting for gold to wake up. It kind of went to sleep there for a little bit. Now it's back on. Open positions. ES long, MES long, our template for the PA accounts. Marcy and I were also speaking yesterday about that template. That MES, very conservative template. If you have a PA account and your goal is to make $100 a day across 5 or 10 accounts, that's a really great strategy to use. The guide will definitely help you, SLR. It is very in-depth. It covers everything. Mr. Higgins did a great job. I shouldn't laugh at that. You have a good sense of humor, though. I did a really good, what I wanted to mention was I did a really short and easy video to comprehend and understand. It's short, it's 3 minutes long, it's right to the point. I shared it with, I put it on YouTube over the weekend. And I just wanted to bring it to your attention because it's something that I mention almost every time I start my live streams. But if you were to go to our YouTube channel, there's a video that's I posted over the weekend. It's how to select which bot to trade. How to select which bot to trade. It's a 3-minute video. And I highly recommend watching that video. It's 3 minutes. I also had the pleasure of speaking with David G. And he had some questions regarding, which bots to trade. He was a little discouraged because so many bots were losing. And he was looking at the cumulative portfolio of 25 bots and drones. It's important to know that our methodology is just to focus on the bots that are profitable during the trading hours that they're profitable. So this gold bot is a perfect example. If I showed you the P&L on this gold bot historically, you would tell me to throw it in the garbage can. It was worthless. But with our methodology, if we wait for it to come to the leaderboard and there's a trading session that institutional money is just influencing that ticker, we can throw that one on our leader account and pull in some really nice winners, even though the vast majority of the time it's a losing strategy. If I showed you the P&L on that bot, you'd say, well, you're crazy to trade that thing. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Today it's up $4,000. It came right to the top of our leaderboard. But if we look at it historically, this is the 2U bot and drone that you guys have. I think it's called the Gold Scalper bot. I believe you have it. Just these last few days, this is a bot that's up $5,400. It only took a $360 drawdown. So my what have you done for me lately's, this not only came to the top of my leaderboard this morning, but if I looked at it for this week, it would have told me, trade me, trade me, trade me. It would have poked me on the shoulder. So my what have you done for me lately, looking at 2 or 3 days in my leaderboard, really led me right to this gold bot. But if I give it more history and go for the whole month of January, it's probably a little better than a break-even strategy, if that. So for the whole month, it's up 3,000, 2880. But ever since the inauguration, it's up 5,500. It's a big difference. Let me make sure that I've got it going. I don't want it to stop trading on me. I know it's low volume. Yeah, it is enabled. Nothing lasts forever. Excuse me for just a second. I'm just going to run and use the restroom really quick. Overnight, your Stephen was not a leader. When did it come up to the top? Did it come up to the top of your leaderboard? I want you to know, trader, that the 8U is a very aggressive strategy. It's very aggressive. If you're aggressive, then that's the strategy for you. I think it's important to know, historically or for this week, what the win-loss percentage is. So you can expect to pull in some losers trading that 8U. It's not going to win all the trades. Let's take a look at the Steven. Let me show you what I'm talking about. On my trade performance this week, I'm going to find my NQ8U Steven. There it is, the drone. The drone is up $700. Let's see what the bot is up. The bot is up $100. So this Steven drone it's profitable a really good percentage. It's been profitable 66% of its trades, which is really good. One problem with it is our average winning trade is lower than our average losing trade. There's a lot of risk on that strategy. Almost $500 in risk. On the average, we're only winning $300. So we got to have a high winning rate to be profitable. So this could be an issue with this strategy. Even winning 67% of our trades, we're only up $700. You're up $2,600 now, $4,000 total now. So right now it's liking this trading environment. I like to watch it a few trades. What happened was I saw it come up to my leaderboard, and I put it on my chart trader and started watching it, and I've watched it take a lot of losers ever since. So I like to wait until it gets back into, I like to refer to it as the ebb and flow. Of looking at the trades that it won, you could see kind of the ebb and flow that it was in. It got a retracement and jumped in long and got a nice winner. A retracement, jumped in long and got a nice winner. Ever since then, it was doing the same thing here. A long entry, a retracement back to the 50, a continuation up for a nice winner. A pull back to support, a trade long into the trend for a nice winner. It kind of caught the ebb and flow of the market. But since then, it's kind of lost that. And I wait for that behavior, that ebb and flow to start again before I'll enable it onto my bot or drone. I hope that makes sense to you. I haven't seen it do that. It's kind of on the wrong side of the market right now. So I do like to watch it take a few trades, even if it's on my leaderboard, and I just want to see it. I want to see it catch a winner and see that it's in the right rhythm. It's getting into the trades on the right side of the market. We're in a market that's trending up right now. I don't want to get into a short trade. On an 8U Norenko, you have that potential. You can get faked out. It's a very short time frame. Exactly, Walter. I've heard you say that before. Timing is so important. Okay. Gotcha. You adjusted the 1550 filters on that. Looks like I need to do the same. blew up this morning. That's the time to jump in. You saw gold was blowing up, and I jumped in quick. I think Steven's going to shortly get back on track here. Gold is low volume. It's the volume has dwindled. If we take a look at gold, let's go back to gold. Another thing I like to look at is historically when it does well. That's Sim Gold. If I put it back to January, and then I move my summary to analysis, then I could change it to half hour of the day and go to entry time. And you could see historically, I don't know how valuable information this is, but from 9:30 right to 12:30, starting from the 1st, it's done real well. But now if we go to just this week after the inauguration, which I think is really more accurate description of the current trading environment, it has it, right between 7:30 and 9:30, which is, I think, a better illustration. So I kind of favor that short look back. The what have you done for me lately? You're welcome. Excuse me for just a moment. I'm just going to run to the restroom. Okay, I'm back. My ESs are just crushing it this morning. Everything got in long. every single ES strategy is in long, and I'm on the sideline. Wow. Might be able to get into a Mack truck. The drone. I think what I'm going to do is look for the Mack truck. I'm going to try to get this Mack truck in long on this 20U. Look like Steven is trying to break through this area of resistance. NQ20U Mack truck. Here it is. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, Walter. I noticed that those ES30 ranges and even the ES8U, if you look at that 830 window on those major news reports, those strategies do really well. I noticed that when they have those, big reports that come out, if you let it run, your sim account run right through those reports, 830 always has a huge window that, I always think of it as a double-edged sword, though, but I do agree with your kind of statement question. I think it is good to look at that. I like to know which strategies perform well during those news reports. I'm always looking at the hours of the day that things do well. And when I see a big spike at an 8:30, I know it's those news reports. In the month of January, if you look at the ES30, Walter, that 8:30 window is the most profitable time of the day to trade that ES30. It gets into the entry time between 8:30 and 9. It's up over I want to say 5,100. Let me see. Yeah, 5,500. Excuse me. These are the most profitable times to trade it. 8:30, 9:30, 10. It loves the market open, and it loves even more by a long shot trading through those news reports at 8:30. That's the ES30 range. None of your bots have SimBots linked. Let's get together, SLR, right after the stream. Let me update your whole workspace. Let's start fresh. If you're available at right after I'm done, and I'll be done, we're going to end in about 15 minutes. David Wise is coming up behind me. I was hoping to get in one more trade. I'm still kicking myself for getting out of that gold trade early. So our emotions still get in the way. I'll tell you, if you don't sit on your hand, if I don't sit on my hands, you know, all I needed to do was sit there and watch it, and I couldn't do it. But listen, there's nothing wrong with, making 300 across 4 accounts. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, give me a call right afterwards. I'm going to help you. So, excuse me for just a moment. My wife is calling me. The boss is called. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, we got 10 more minutes. I got into these. I always say my 1-2 punch is the ES and NQ. And you got to be ready for that ES early. Looking at the trade performance of when these strategies are really doing well on the E-mini. This is my 30 range, and let's add the 8U. You could see the times to trade this ES strategy are from 8:30 to 10:30. Eight, 8:30, 9:30, 10. This window right here is when these ES strategies in the month of January have just crushed it. Between the ES 8U and the ES 30 range, be ready early. Walter mentioned those news reports. I hate trading through them, but maybe wait till 8:45 or 8:40. Give it 10 minutes or 15 minutes to settle down. But it is the most profitable time is 8:30. And those accounts are trading right through the news reports. Those are SIM accounts. So this is the performance, just to add a little context. This is the performance of my ES30 range and my ES8U for the month of January. And I'm showing a time, a performance based on the half hour of the day. Starting at 8 a.m. for the month of January, right through 10 o'clock, this strategy has made $13,000, $17,000, $18,000 in this window. That's the ES30 range and the ES8U. I think that's really valuable information. Once they get into a trade that early, it's hard to get in afterwards because they're very ambitious profit targets. So I found myself on the sideline because they had already triggered a trade when we started this broadcast. But I think that's valuable information to know is this month, those E-mini strategies are crushing it between 8:30 and 10 o'clock, 10:30. All right, so let me just go over real quick our leaderboard for today. Mark was going to do the session, but he was having a bit of a tech issue with his. They were trying to do an update and it got into this update that he couldn't stop. So that's why we came in, started a little late. But my 8U is still in that trade. It's been in there all morning. I'm still in on the 30 range. These are both 30 ranges on the ES. So the NQES, again, with exception to gold. Gold was the one big exception today. We saw it early with tremendous amount of volatility. And we were able to jump on a trade and make $300 across 4 accounts. Had I just left the thing alone, it probably would have been up about 600 or 700 across 4 accounts. But I'm not going to be upset over a $1,200 winner. But every other strategy on my leaderboard is the ES and NQ. I've got one black gold that snuck in at $200. But our 1-2 punch continues to be the ES and the NQ. Keep your eye on gold right now. Gold with this transition of power is giving some really beautiful moves. George, you could give it a try on Forex. The thing with Forex trading is the bid-ask spread can be an issue. In these future markets that we're trading, futures, the broker has a commission that they make. With Forex, your Forex broker puts a spread on there, and that's how he makes his commission. So sometimes our fills aren't going to be very good on Forex. But if you had a Forex data feed, we could certainly try to set something up to run on Forex. But I would say let's not reinvent the wheel. We've got some bots that are performing really well. But you could certainly take that path if you wanted to spend some time trying to optimize some Forex pairs. All right. Well, David Wise, professional options trader, is going to be trading the SPY Super System right behind me. And it was really great day trading today. And I'll show you how well, you saw how I wound up. I'm up 1230. 1230 across the Apex accounts. And that was that, taking the trade off of the gold bot. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. Before I go, I just want to put a link in the room because Mr. Kushner, prop trader extraordinaire, is going to be doing a webinar today on our money flow tracker system. It's our really great discretionary system that he uses to trade his prop accounts. His webinar is today at 4:30, and I'm going to put a link in the chat box. And then I'm going to end this session. So this is our prop trading event today at 4:30. Up next we have David Wise, who's going to be trading the SPY Super System on options. And I'll tell you, the way the S&P 500 is going today, you might want to stick around and check that out. It looks like there's going to be some pretty good trading opportunities. So David Wise coming up next, and at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, is Mr. David Kushner's live event. I was in the echo chamber. But you should see that link in the chat box now. And I want to thank you very much for joining me today. If you liked the video, please like our video on YouTube. Gives us a little traction, helps us out. God bless everybody. Let me just take one last glance at the questions. SLR, if you give me a call, I'll help you get your workspace updated. Have a blessed day, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. So long.